They say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. For years, Billie Eilish was untouchable, the voice of a generation, a Grammy-winning titan who could do no wrong. But tonight, the music has stopped, the lights are fading, and the cheers have turned into something much darker. We've seen celebrity downfalls before, but what's happening to Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas right now is different. It's not just a bad week on Twitter. It's a full-scale rejection from the public eye. After the 2026 Grammys, something snapped. A single statement on live television has triggered a domino effect that is currently costing the Eilish empire millions. And the craziest part? They're refusing to apologize. Let's go back to the night it all started. The 2026 Grammys. Billie takes the stage, not just to accept an award, but to deliver a message. She stated on live TV that she believes there is no such thing as illegal immigration on stolen land. Immediately, the internet exploded. But it wasn't just the comment itself. It was the perceived hypocrisy. Critics began pointing to the Tongva tribe, the indigenous people of the very land Billie's multi-million-dollar estate sit on. The irony was too thick to ignore. Instead of damage control, Billie's brother, Phineas, took to social media to double down. He blamed the backlash on angry old white men, effectively throwing gasoline on a massive cultural wildfire. Fast forward to just a few days ago. Billie and Phineas were spotted at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles. They were reportedly filming a high-budget commercial, possibly for her 2026 perfume line or a new music video. But they weren't alone. Paparazzi and crowds gathered in the distance. And then, it happened. The boos started. But it wasn't just noise. The crowd began chanting, "Ice in," a direct, biting reversal of the "Ice Out" lyrics she's known for. They were screaming Tongva tribe matters so loudly that the director had to call for quiet on the set multiple times. The situation got so intense, so volatile, that Billie's personal security had to intervene. Reports say Billie and Phineas actually ran off stage to hide in their trailers. A 3.5-hour break was forced just to let the crowd scatter. Imagine being the biggest star in the world, and you can't even finish a commercial because the public won't stop screaming at you. But the trouble isn't just on the streets. It's inside the boardrooms. We are hearing reports that major partnerships are being canceled outright. Billie was reportedly in deep talks for major roles in Toy Story 5 and Shrek 5. But now, Disney and DreamWorks are allegedly backing away. This is starting to mirror the Rachel Zegler situation. When an artist becomes difficult to work with or a PR nightmare, Hollywood closes its doors. Her own agents and managers are said to be losing patience. There is no remedy in sight because Billie and Phineas simply will not budge. Perhaps the saddest part of the story is the fans. This isn't just haters on the internet. We are seeing videos of longtime fans throwing out their CDs, unfollowing her in droves, and deleting her discography from their phones. I don't need to apologize for my truth. But at what cost? When you stop acknowledging the very people who built your throne, the throne starts to crumble. The silence from the Eilish camp speaks volumes. They are choosing a hill to die on. And that hill is getting smaller every single day. As of right now, Billie Eilish is canceling appearances. She's retreating. She's waiting for the storm to pass. But this time, the clouds aren't moving. Is this the end of the Eilish era? Or can a simple apology save a billion-dollar career? One thing is for certain. The world is watching. And they aren't cheering anymore. What do you think? Is Billie right to stand her ground? Or is she watching her legacy burn in real time? Drop a comment below. We need to talk about this. They say the brightest stars burn out the fastest. But usually they have a warning. For Billie Eilish, the warning came and went at the 2026 Grammys. And now, the silence coming from her camp is deafening. In the span of just a few days, the indie darling of the music world has transformed into a lightning rod for controversy. From record-breaking Grammy sweeps to being literally booed off a filming set in Los Angeles. The fall has been swift, brutal, and entirely public. But what's really going on behind the scenes? It's not just a few angry tweets. We're talking about million-dollar contracts evaporating, major film studios pulling the plug, and a fan base that is no longer just disappointed. They are walking away. The core of the issue lies in a moment of live television that no one saw coming. During her acceptance speech, Billie made a series of comments regarding land and immigration that many viewers found, to put it lightly, deeply polarizing. But the real damage wasn't done by the speech itself. It was the aftermath. While her brother and collaborator, Phineas, was expected to be the voice of reason, he did the opposite. He took to social media, not to bridge the gap, but to label his sister's critics with a broad, dismissive brush. This us versus them mentality backfired fast. Suddenly, the conversation shifted from her music to her difficulty as an artist. Reports began to leak from inside her own team, staff members, agents, and managers who are reportedly at their wits' end because the duo refuses to issue a single apology. Then came the breaking point at the Greek theater. Billie and Phineas were on stage, attempting to film a project, rumored to be a massive commercial for a new 2026 product line. It was supposed to be a closed set. But you can't hide a star that big in the middle of LA. Crowds gathered. Paparazzi watched from the perimeter. And instead of the usual cheers, the air was filled with a chant that would haunt the production. Isian. The shouting became so intense that the director had to halt production. Security wasn't just there to keep fans away anymore. They were there to protect the set from a crowd that felt genuinely betrayed. The filming was delayed for over 3 hours. Billie and Phineas reportedly took refuge in their trailers, refusing to come out until the crowd was forcibly moved back. This is the moment the industry took notice. When a star becomes unfilmable because of public outcry, that star becomes a liability. The rumors of a Hollywood blacklist are no longer just rumors. Major studios like Disney and DreamWorks, who were reportedly courting Billie for massive voice acting roles in Toy Story 5 and Shrek 5, have suddenly gone quiet. It's a pattern we've seen before with other stars. When the PR disaster becomes more expensive than the talent is worth, the phone stops ringing. Her own fan community is seeing a massive divide. People aren't just stopped listening to the new tracks, they are actively scrubbing her from their playlists. The Tumva tribe controversy has added a layer of cultural tension that an apology might not even fix at this point. By remaining silent, Billie and Phineas are being seen as out of touch. A far cry from the authentic image they spent a decade building. So, where does she go from here? Billie Eilish is currently in hiding. She's canceling appearances. She's dodging the press. And she's hoping the world forgets. Thanks for watching.